Hello everyone. I'm Juan Karnayasa from class 2F. So, in this video, I will explain about correlation between learning motivation and growth mindset. This one. Without any further ado, for the first step is we making research question. So this, as we can see, this is my research question, and then this is my hypothesis. The research question is there any significant correlation between learning motivation and growth mindset? So the hypothesis, this one is for the HO, there is no significant correlation between learning motivation and growth mindset. And then for the HA, there is a significant correlation between learning motivation and growth mindset. So before we analyze the data, this data, learning motivation and growth mindset, we check first for the data normality. This one. I have data normality, this one. This is my data normality. As we can see from the data above, both of the data Kolmogorov, Smirnov is about 0.200, and then the p-value for the Shapiro-Wilk for the learning motivation, this one, the significant value for the learning motivation is about 0.386. And then for the p-value for the growth mindset for the Shapiro's wheel, this one is about 0.345. So both of my data are normal. Okay, so and then for the histogram learning motivation, for this histogram is normal, and then for the growth mindset also normal, this one. So because my data are normal, this one, so for the next step, so I can move for the next step. The next step is about linearity testing. As you can see from the data above, the first to do is about deviation from linearity for this one. As you can see, the significant value for the deviation from linearity is about 0.721. So it means there is no deviation from linearity. So that is good. That's what we expect about deviation from linearity is about 0.05. And then check for the linearity, this one. This is the important what we gonna check for this analysis. The p-value for the linearity from the data linearity, we can see for the significant value is about 0.866. It means above about 0.05. So that is not good because that is not what we expect. This one. And then because one of my data is not significant, so for the next step, I should use Spearman correlation. Before we check for the Spearman correlation, we check for the scatter plots. This one. This one, my scatter plot for the data learning motivation and growth mindset. As we can see for the lines, this lines is positive. This is positive linear because the regression line is slightly sloping upward. So it shows that as growth mindset increase, and then learning motivation also increase. This one is positive, like this one. And then because this is because the r squared value is very small or close to zero. This means that the relationship between growth mindset and learning motivation is very weak or almost non-existent. In other words, although the direction of the lines is positive, the linearity is very weak. After that, because one of my data are not normal, this one, the linearity is not normal. So the next step, I use Spearman correlation. This one, Spearman's rule. So as we can see from the data above, non-parametric correlation or Spearman rule, we can see for the significant value, this one is above 0.05. This data is about 0.722. So the data linearity are not significant. As we can see the picture, this one. I'm sorry, as we can see from the data, this one. The significant value is about 0.722. That's not what we expect. Because uh, because the data above is not significant, so we get the conclusion. The conclusion is the non-parametric correlation analysis, this one, the significant value is obtained as 0.722, which means the value above 0.05. So this shows that there is no statistically significant relationship between learning motivation and growth mindset. So that means for the hypothesis, this one, we fail we fail to reject the HO. This one, fail to reject the HO. So the conclusion is there is therefore the null hypothesis is not rejected. It means like this one. So the conclusion is there is no significant correlation between learning motivation and growth mindset. So I think that's all. I think that's all about analysis correlation between learning motivation and growth mindset. And then, thank you.